She's just pink. Let's have a... Oh, I think I've just cut these perfectly. Have a look there. I don't know if you can tell, but one of them's got my extra added herbs. And we're not going to have that first, we're going to have the other one. Like that. Zip your woodies. Warm me through. Well, check temperature 160. A good 10 minutes there. The old tea towel out and the water's rigged up. And because we're on the miniature tripod, I can move you about. Have a look at this. No added herbs there. 10 minutes. 170 there. The old air fryer. Lidl's, not Aldi's. You all know how good Aldi's are. When it comes to frozen pizzas, you cannot beat Aldi. I've tried them all, even brands. Don't you worry about that. Right. Sauces. Hang on, let's move you about here. Alright there. We've got the number one barbecue sauce. Hellman's there. This costs £1 from B&M for 490 grams. Can you see date there? I know what they're charging other supermarkets for this. Always check your local B&M. There's the old nitrogen there. There's the old ingredients. Now for me, I can't say I've tried every barbecue sauce going, but for me this is an absolute magnificent and is number one barbecue sauce. There's absolutely no doubt about it. It's got a nice sweetness and nice smokiness to it. Now, anybody who hasn't bothered to watch the channel won't know about this. I've just run out of Heinz tomato sauce, ketchup, whatever you want to call it. And I refuse to pay £5. £5. £5 for a plastic tub of Heinz ketchup. You can keep it. However, after I bought that, the whole B&M, 1 kilogram, £2.50. That's what it cost. I've done a video. You pay a £5 and you screw everybody else out who refuses to pay it. If it goes up 50%, it don't matter, does it? Because if 50% of the people refuse to pay it and it goes up 50% and 50% of the people continue to pay it, they haven't lost a singular penny. That's right, do your maths. Right, let's have a look at this here. Now I've only put a bit of number one barbecue sauce with a Audi 2 Subber 89 or 99. I don't know what it is. I know it's 89 in Audi, 99 it doesn't matter. It does matter. I can't remember. And you can't go on Lidl's website to see what the cost is because they don't rule a price on anything anymore. And that's been going on for a good 6 weeks to my knowledge. There's no prices. Listen. Good crunch. I really am salivating here. I think it was 95p. But the price is between 89p and 99p. That is the price range here. Let's have a look. Oh, no. Alright. What it basically is a French baguette with a bit of tomato, puree, cheese and pepperoni. Moist. It is very moist. There is no herbs on this. And I have to state that sauces are not required here. It's very moist. It's very moist. There's a bit of Barbie on there. That Barbie soup sauce. It just took over. It's took over everything there. It's like there's a crunchiness on the outskirts, then it just goes moist, 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 moist. The tomato engages. I'm not getting any cheese whatsoever. I'm going to have to take that pepperoni off and take it individually because I'm not tasting that on that bit I had earlier there. Let's have a look. I'm not tasting it at all. I'm going to take two out here. You can see there's two there. Stringy cheese. Two there. Yeah. A very, very, very faint amount of pepperoni, but the pepper's coming in now. Very light on the flavour, that pepperoni. It's very light, but it's very moist and it's crispy on the outskirts and not on the centre, which is exactly what you want. Oh wow. The crispiness is here on the outskirts, but it's all soft all the way through. Tomatoes first to engage, but I'm not facing any cheese whatsoever. We already know there's no herbs in there, and it does not want any sauces whatsoever. The sauces obviously are going to take over the flavour, but the flavours aren't there to begin with. There's no flavours here at all. It's very light on the tomato puree. It just hits about 1.5 out of 10. I'm not getting any engagement out of the cheese, and the pepperoni isn't there neither. It's a 1 out of 10 on the pepperoni. The cheese isn't there. The tomato puree is a 1.5 out of 10. The bread isn't there neither. I'm not getting any flavour from that bread, which is surprising here. And what we're going to do is throw in the Sainsbury's tomato ketchup. Let's have a look now. Really lather on there. You see there? You can see. See what happens now. Have a bite. I know you want a bite. Have a bite. See? Grab whatever. I'll do it then. The first thing to engage is that tangy tomato ketchup from Sainsbury's. It comes in there and it goes, whoa. And it dissipates. Then you get the moist bread with no flavour, the moist tomato puree, 1 out of 10. Zero flavour on pepperoni. There's no cheese there whatsoever. It's flavourless. If you're going to get one of these, get them from Aldi. I've done a review with Aldi's. Totally amazed every time I try one of their frozen pizzas. Quality for quality for value. That's what it is in Aldi with the frozen pieces. Right. Crispy crunch on the outskirts. But there's literally no flavour there. There's no flavour. Now you know what's coming. It's a 2-pack. And I've it that. In herbs. The residual heat from that old air fryer. Keeping it run. Just look at that herbs there. Can you see them herbs there? Perfectly cooked. Just like last one. But we're going to get flavour here. Always have herbs and peppers in your cupboard. That's what they're there for. Right. So, I'm not going to... Well, let's cut it in half because I won't run about. Let's finish that one off. Let's cut it. Listen. There's a bit there. Let's finish that. Straight away, them herbs have engaged, and the first thing's going to hit is them herbs. Your herbs. Magnificent barbecue sauce there. Imagine if you were going to make your own pizza and you collected it from your local Aldi. Look at them herbs there. They're not expensive. Throw them on there. What's over here? Dried herbs. They ain't expensive. Have a good look there. Because here we go. There's a bit of Barbie there, isn't there? Isn't that barbecue sauce? I know that's got on there. Hang on. There was barbecue sauce. Magnificent Barbie from Hellman's. So have a look here. It's a moist baguette. The baguette itself is moist on the outskirts. It's crispy and crunchy, which is what you'd expect, but sometimes if there's no depth to that baguette, it'll just be crispy and crunchy and burn out. Plenty of depth to that baguette there. The baguette itself is absolutely spot on. Let me lick my fingers and get rid of that flavour there. Right. Listen. Yeah. It doesn't actually need any sauces whatsoever because it's that moist. The moisture's there, but the flavour is not. The first thing, let's get rid of the knife and fork. The first thing that engages is them herbs. I put them herbs on there, give it some flavour. As soon as the herbs dissipate, you're left with a very light tomato paste, 0 cheese, 0 pepperoni, but a nice moist baguette. No doubt about it. Which is an absolute shame because I can't waste that sauce there. So now what I'm going to have to do is lather this pizza in this sauce, which is not an issue. But the pizza itself, you do it more on there. The pizza itself should have flavour, and there's no flavour there. It's a 1 out of 10 on flavour. The herbs engage and nothing else. But it is moist. And now I really lathered that with that #1 Barbie. It's trying to drip out. Not around here. Oh! Oh! No. Smoky with a bit of sweetness to it. But the depth of that almond. It's got real depth. And it's only £1. Well, it is if you go to B&M. Now we're going to check with the Sainsbury's ketchup. Tomato ketchup. I'm really going to lather it on. Let's have a look at it. Get it on there. Let's have a now look at it with the old Sainsbury's ketchup. It is moist to begin with, but there's no flavour. Let's have a look now. Instantly the Sainsbury's ketchup, the tanginess and vinegarness of it engages, then it dissipates. I'll tell you this. I have zero problem buying that instead of Heinz. Because that were £1. £1.10 or something. No, £1.10. £1.9. Can you see it weight? £5 a kilo of ketchup. You can go away. I'm happy to buy that instead of ketchup for Heinz. You can keep it. And buy 5 bottles of that for the cost of 1 Heinz. And you can really keep it. It's acceptable, that Sainsbury's one, for the price. Right. Try a bit more. Moisture's there. We already know that the moisture of the baguette is perfectly fine with a nice crispiness on the outskirts. 1 out of 10 on flavour from the tomato paste. 0 from pepperoni. I don't even get the cheese. There is no cheese. Well, there is, you can see it, but there's no flavour. The herbs engage first, what I've thrown on, but then it just disappears to moist bread. That's the way it is here. If you're comparing that with Aldi's, don't bother. I've done a review of Aldi's and I was absolutely positively blown away by the quality of Aldi's. And it's the same thing, 2 pizza subs. If you're next to Aldi, go to Aldi. Never go to Lidl when there's an Aldi nearby. You can't compete. Across the board, better quality, better choice, better prices. You'd presume that this were coming from the same factory. I can't believe it is. Right, I'm going to give this. Got moisture content, it's nice and moist. Really 1 out of 10 on flavour from a 4 out of 10. I can't remember what I give Aldi's one, because I've done a review of them. Blown away by Aldi's. As I always am with their frozen pizzas. Amazing. Can't remember what it was, it don't matter. What did I just say? Did I give a number there? I can't remember if I gave a number now. Well, if I didn't give a number, I'm going to give a number now, because I cannot honestly remember. No try, be it. I'm going to give that a moisture 2 out of 10. I'll walk 4 mile, 5 mile for Aldi's. I wouldn't walk 100 yards for that. That's all I can say there, right? Cheerio. Right, and them crisps out.